Sup fellas, welcome to my hard 1cc run of Subterranean Animism. And I'm just going to be talking over in post like I did with my last 1cc hard video, and just kind of explain the general strategies that I'm utilizing throughout the run, my thought process during the time, all of that jazz. So, let's get into it. And the stage 1 fair, it isn't really anything to talk about. If you know where the enemies are spawning, then you can deal with them just fine. Except, well, it's pretty funny, is right here. I don't know how I didn't get hit, but you know, it must have been a sign that this run was going to be hit. So we take those. But getting into resources, which is the most important thing. What do we have in Subterranean Animism? We have two things. We have lives and we have power. And now power in this game is actually really hard to get by, but let's get the basics out first. Life pieces for lives. You get a life piece if you beat a boss phase thingy without dying. With Reimu A, if you use a bomb during a boss thingy, then you get the life piece anyway. I don't know how it is for other shot types, but that's the deal here, so that's what we're utilizing. And then power, you know, it's the usual. It's the red shit. If you collect it, power goes up by 0.05. And every time we get to like 2 power, 3 power, or 4 power increments of 1 integer, then we are going to get an increase to our shot type's damage. In this case, I'm going to get another orb that's going to shoot more needles. Now, the important thing is that I'm talking about power a lot, is because it is especially rare in this game. Like, I'm at the stage 1 boss, and I don't even have max power yet. Hell, getting 3 power before the stage 1 boss can be kind of hard if you're not on the ball. But luckily we do, so we can take short work of her. Also, this attack can be noticeably hard, or unnoticeably hard if you're not paying attention, because of the way that the webs move to like the side a little bit while the columns are there. But anyway, we're on the ball, so we're fine. Oh yeah, I guess the main strategy I'm going to be talking about here is that for stages 1 and 2, I'm going to be playing real good. That's because, basically, we need as many resources as possible, lives that is, for the later stages of the game, so that we can make plenty of mistakes, and we're going to end up fine. Because I haven't practiced those nearly as much as these first two. Because, of course, I've played through them so much. So, you know, just learning where the enemies are going to spawn before they do is really important in these Touhou games. That's because, when you're playing through the levels, a great defense is a really good offense. And that stays true for pretty much everything, right? You need to kill them before they get their stupid boulder patterns out. Because if they all start shooting their shit, sometimes they're going to make shit that you just can't even dodge and you're forced to use a bomb. Which in this game is really bad, because I'll tell you why. As you can tell, we don't have spell cards, right? We only have power and lives. And also this attack is really hard. You just kind of got to shimmy your way through. But yeah, because if you want to use a bomb, that's going to be a 1 power, and you got to pay that every time. And it's not like in Mountain of Faith, where you have a maximum of 5 power, but your power maxes out at 4, so it basically gives you a free bomb. Now, you don't get any free bombs here. We're in hell now. You don't get any handouts, so that sucks. So basically, using a bomb at any time isn't good, because you're instantly weaker. And in this game, that matters a lot, because shot types in this game suck. I'm using Reimu A because it has the highest single target damage in the game, bar none, with the basic shot. So, in my opinion, it's basically the best shot type in the game without question. Maybe you could argue that Reimu B's with her bomb, that bombs are really good at dealing with the boss spell cards really fast. But even then, in my opinion, the shot type sucks so bad that I think Reimu A is still better. And I'm only going to be commenting on boss spell cards that that you can't really ad-lib and you have to get a sequence going for it. Like for that one, all you have to do is stay under her. Ooh, but what I did just do is that, if you saw, I got the life piece before going to deal with the boss attacks. You need to do that sometimes, because sometimes the life pieces are really hard to get while you're dodging the boss attacks. And like, what's the point of playing so good right now, right, if I can't even get my life pieces? So you need to, like, sometimes, I'll shout out the next time that comes into play. Like, right now, I grabbed that before getting into my shit here. Ooh, I'll interrupt myself. This one's important. Because she's gonna shoot her red things where you are, so you time your movements with when she's gonna shoot. So that works for dealing with this attack, which I thought was hard at first, but it's easy. That's gonna come into play way later, so keep that in mind. And you can see I just moved my mouse cursor because I checked my recording to see if I was still going on OBS, because this run was going so well. I wanted to make sure. Because right now, I am playing pretty much perfectly. I'm a role model student right now. I've gotten A+ on all my assignments. Everything's peachy keen. And we want to keep it that way for as long as possible. Because now that we're in stage 3, if I die, that's not a reset anymore. We are basically in go mode, where the runs are winnable now. It's online. And you're going to see a lot of these line thingies. They wait, and then they go at you. You just got to line yourself up. The hardest one is actually right here. It doesn't look it, but that shit is really, really tight. So, when we got through that, my mind was racing, like, oh shit, this is actually the run. We're gonna make it. This one is easy. And this one, I was kind of sweating, because this one's pretty hard. There's not really any strategy. Stay behind the bullets that are moving away from you, and look around you. You should be fine. And with that, we take her down. At least for now. You can see, before I went up and grabbed the life piece before I started dodging down here. That was important, because otherwise it might be kind of hard to grab. So, might as well just grab it while it's free, right? And then right now, I am sweating, because this run is going perfect. Hey, I'm gonna make it. My report card's great. Oh shit, never mind. This run just went from perfect to great, so that's unfortunate. The stage just ended too, I was right there. But, oh well, we move on. We still have full power, so there's not really anything to worry about. Because what happens if you use bombs, you get less power, and that's gonna cascade into you losing a lot of lives really fast. Because if you die, it's not like you get all of your power back. No, sometimes you only get like 2.85 power. Which, as you know, because it's only in integers, that only means you get 2 power, you're still weak as shit. So just staying at full power, very important. You saw me just grab the life piece there. That's very important for this attack. Because you really can't grab the life piece realistically while shooting her. Also, this one looks hard, but like, watch what I do. I press the up arrow on my keyboard and I dodge it. There we go. Let's talk about the orbs right now. Yeah, these are scary. The outside of them actually don't have a hitbox. So you can stand in those and just graze them and be perfectly fine. Of course, I get absolutely smacked right in the middle of it. And in this attack, I've never really practiced it, so I just used a bomb out of contempt. But that isn't good. You probably noticed, I just used 2 bombs in a row. Now I have 2 power, I'm weak as hell. Crap. Luckily, this attack's not too bad. Try to find when the blue kunai, or feathers, whatever they are, they intersect. Then you can dodge through them. And these ones are simple. The opening's pretty self-explanatory. Now, because I have so little power, I have to do some extra work here. Hopefully we make it out okay. Yeah, we're fine. So going into stage 4 is with 5 lives, almost 6. This is a fantastic run. It's not perfect, but, you know. And also Zune, he gives you free power at the start of the stages, like right there. He even gives you the time to go collect it. Keep that in mind. But now, unfortunately, when people talk about Subterranean Animism being hard, they're actually just talking about stages 4 and 5. Because this shit starts to get pretty intense. Even though parts of stage 3 were pretty tough too. So right there, I used a bomb because I was scared. Yeah, this part specifically, you gotta do some tight dodges around the blue spheres. You'll see me doing those right now. But I end up getting panicky. I end up bombing again. This is gonna pinch me in the ass pretty soon here. Also, real quick, the communication gauge in the bottom left, or actually I'll get to that in a bit. Basically, if you graze a bunch of shit, you get a point collection line for free. But what happened just there was that because I didn't have the power to kill the orbs on the right and left, they shot a lot of shit at me, which ended up ruining my momentum for this spell card. And I'm pulling completely off my game now. I had to bomb again. And yeah, sure, I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna nail a life piece, which is important. But shit, now I'm bumming out here with 2 power. I'm broke as hell. Plus I'm a dumbass and my head gets knocked right there. Yeah, you can see I just died. How much power do I get? Yeah, 2.25, bud. Go have fun. And I'm gonna do just that. Up, not used to dodging the green cards on the right. I didn't practice that enough and I'm gonna die for it. Shit. What was once a great run just dropped to an okay one. We are not looking good. Luckily, the rest of that attack's easy enough to dodge. These red lines here can be suspiciously easy to hit you. Keep that in mind if you ever want to do this shit. But luckily, these end cards, they're not that bad. They intersect easy enough where they kind of create the line where you need to go into themselves. These green one looks tough, but go through the middle here, that's free. Then stand by the side. And you should be fine. So if we can get a clean enough Satori fight here, then this is actually going to be a decent stage 4. So here's hoping we can do that. The name of the game with Satori's attacks early on is that they're tight squeezes, but they're not too bad. Like, we managed to get out of that just fine. Here, the lines are going to stop on you if you're not moving, and then they're going to create a hitbox. I mess up with the timing. I know when I mess up, so I can just death bomb that and move on with my life. And here's just more typical tight squeezes. Timing this out in practice is nice, so that you know when you're going to go in for the squeeze, and what path you want to take. But here I'm going to pay, because I'm using Reimu A, and her next 3 attacks are going to depend on which shot type you're using. And it just so happens that Reimu A's are hard as hell. I really don't like this butterfly one. I end up using a bomb here, and I make sure that I can end the spell card with only using 1 bomb. It's good to time those out like that. And I'm fine with doing that, because I'm going to get 0.5 power for being that spell card, no matter what. And then I'm going to get 0.5 power from this one, that's going to bring us up to 4, and we're going to be fine. I'm so confident, because I'm really good at this one. All you need to do is kind of, you know, go to the right, or what's the word for it? I just use strafing. This term, you know. There's an official term out there, you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, going between the lines like that, it's not too bad. This one is bad, though. Sometimes when it's the really tight squeezes with the bullets, I do the move where I just... the special Luigi move where I don't move at all, and you can dodge some of it. Like at the beginning of this one. What's worse is that even if you use a bomb, you still have to do some dirty work. It's close, but I end up making it out of there. Well, good news is that was a decent Satori fight, and I've got 5 lives. Almost 6. Wow. Bad news. Stage 5 is the hardest in the game, and I'm about to get my ass handed to me. So that's great. Here's a life hack for these spirit guys. Stand at the bottom, shoot with a spread shot. The path opens itself. Alright. I'll tell you what's gonna happen. There's gonna be orb guys. They're pretty tanky. You gotta deal with them fast, because if you don't kill them real quick, like I talked about earlier, good defense is a great offense. They're gonna pile up. I messed up and didn't kill the one on the left. Luckily, I'm able to use my shot type special move where I go on the other side of the screen. Kind of cheese that one out. But the whole sequence is broken because I messed it up at the very start, so I end up having to bomb here. That's what happens a lot with stage 5, is that either you play perfect or it gets a bomb out of you. Sucks. So like right here, I didn't move to the right of the middle column created by those 2 blue ball bullets patterns, and then I couldn't kill the middle guy in time. That's gonna make me use a bomb. So we have to clutch up and get some life pieces here. What I did there is move in between the kunai, so that I could get off a lot of damage on the cat. This way it's just going to take a few more patterns of me moving left and right. They'll be dead. Now the power of this shot type is going to come in handy. But you shouldn't have to dodge for very long for us to finish her off. I use a bomb just because I'm scared. Oh, and a quick tech tip for you. Okay, sometimes in Subterranean Animism, maybe other Touhou games as well, it's prevalent in this game, is that if you spend a lot of time on a boss's spell card, what happens is that the stages, they keep on moving. Well, I'll tell you what I mean by that. It's like, because I spend a lot of time on this spell card, usually these green spirit guys are gonna stick around a lot longer than they usually do, but listen for the music cue. So when it goes do 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 do, if you want to rewind and hear that again, that means that the green spirit guys are gonna leave no matter what. So if you spend a lot of time on the cat, then you don't have to deal with the green guys, and that's good because they are very annoying. So there's a tech tip for you. Moving on. Luckily, because we use our wall move a lot here to kind of cheese that one out. And we gotta use whatever resource we have, right? But here again comes the problem. I've been using a lot of power, or bombs that is, throughout this stage. And that's gonna pinch me in the ass now. That's because I am weak as shit. I couldn't kill the middle guys in time because I just don't have the horsepower to deal with them. And we are gonna be entering the stage 5 boss with how much power here? Oh, okay, 2.85, which is actually just 2 because of the integer. So great, or weak. So because I bombed so much during this stage, and, you know, I don't blame myself too much, it is the hardest in the game, in my opinion, we are gonna pay heavily in the boss fight. This attack goes fine, but this one specifically, you're gonna see why the power is so important. So the main strategy here is that there's these spirit guys and they're gonna follow you. So you want to corral them like sheep up to the bottom, top right. Then you're gonna go down real fast and try to end her spell card. Let's see how that goes. See, I even stayed down there for a pretty damn long time, but I'm just too weak. I can't end her in time. Look at her health. I'm so close. I try to go around her bolts to, you know, corral them back, but it fails. I die, still at 2.7 power. Screw you. Luckily, this attack's easy. Just go through the middle column, and the bolts line up perfectly, so where you're not going to get hit. So go ahead and do that. We make it out fine out of this one. It's what I would say if I wasn't a moron. I get nicked by like the last thing. Shit. So this fight's going pretty bad. Now it's time for Sphere Time, which I think that is actually an easier attack to dodge in hard mode than is normal. Because in normal, the threat was that the lines that come from the exploding circle would intersect with the current circle, which makes it impossible to dodge. But here it moves so fast where you don't really have anything to worry about. But we do have something to worry about. It's that we're weak as hell. And we're actually not doing much damage to Orion right now. Like, we only have 10 seconds left, and I want that life piece, so I gotta, like, hurry myself up here. And even though the spell card's easy, when you spend a lot of time on them, that increases the chance of getting hit. Because even though they're easy, I mean, also, I'm stupid, didn't bomb. Even though they're easy, they're still hard because it's a Touhou game. I play really bad here. Yeah, you already know the situation. I don't even need to explain it to you. We are in the on the shitter right now. We're doing the equivalent of pissing on them, which is not good because now it's time for the spinny attack. Now this attack is a lot like, remember I told you to take notes in the second boss fight, her final phase, where she shoots the spinny things where you were, and then you have to move to the other side, and then you hit her. So we're gonna try to employ that here. Unfortunately, there's a certain, yeah, 5-letter word that we don't have any of. So we end up dying here. And, which is gonna get us 3 power now, because as you get less lives, when you die, you get more power from it. I even ended up doing great, almost good there, but I mess up again. I'm able to close the fight out, but shit, that was really bad. That's why it was so bad that I ended up bombing so much during the stage. That's how hard I paid for it in the boss fight. Now I'm bumming out on the 6th stage with 2 lives. Maybe I'll get 3 if I play good. But luckily, I should be able to play good. Because stage 6 in this game, by the grace of Zune himself is really, really easy, especially with Reimu A. Like, you can just play on autopilot for this bit, because you just go through the wall. Nothing can hit you. You're good. So, there's not much to talk about here. If you want to do the spot with other shot types, then as long as you're staying on their asses and shooting them, you can move through to the other side of their bullet patterns and you should be fine. Alright. This attack is pretty tough. And I have like a crackhead way of doing it, where basically all you have to do is move left and right, but the timing's pretty damn tight. So what I did at first was that I stayed focused the whole time while moving left and right, and you can't do that. But what I learned later is that if you unfocus, and then focus to catch yourself on the edges, it just worked out better for me. So I may look like a crackhead, but hey, whatever works, bro. We make it out of there. And I'm pretty proud of doing that myself too, because at this point in the run, my nerves are like on another level. I'm gonna hard 1cc Subterranean Animism, bro. I've only got 2 lives. I gotta clutch up, and I somehow did there. This is just Satori's attack again, but super easy this time. So if you're already used to playing Reimu A and this spot comes up, it's gonna be a breeze. You already know what to do. And just like that, we're done with stage 6, and it was perfect. Nice. Now it's time for the boss. Now we can play as scrappily and terribly as we want here. We need to use every single resource we have in order to win. And luckily, some of her attacks are like piss easy. Like this one, for example. It's literally just a straight line. But then she has some hard attacks. Remember, last attack of the second stage boss? Yeah, this comes into play again. Those giant nukes are going to be shot where you were. So you need to take that into account as you dodge. I do the really cool move of walking into the nuclear bomb there. I don't know why I did that, but here we are. So make sure you're to the side like what I'm doing, and then you move back and you can shoot her. Now I'm greedy and stupid, so oh well, here we are. There's gonna be some openings with her wing. You can't hit her right now, so don't even think about it. When she's flying around, yeah, you just kind of gotta deal with that. Then she stays in the middle, that's when you can hit her. I panicked with the tight fit there. I actually probably could have made it if I waited a little bit longer, but oh well. I died for it anyway. So in a way, maybe it's actually good that I died there because I got my power back. I would have been at 1, but now I'm at 3. Yeah, keeping in mind that the less lives you have, the more power you're gonna get is very good. That's because it lets you know that you can use a lot more bombs, and you should. Also, this one looks threatening, but it's actually one of her easier ones. As long as you're looking up at the big bombs before they kind of dissipate, you can know what you gotta dodge here. Now, I did this one in practice. Basically, you gotta go to the bottom of the screen, you gotta be right under her, and then you move up a little bit, there's gonna be a spot just for you. Go ahead and reservate that, and you'll be able to clear this easy enough. Nice, okay. Now, this one messes with my head. It's the way the bullets and the balls move. It's like my brain can't handle it. I end up using a lot of bombs here. I had the right strategy here, where you just gotta get up in there, and then you move to the right. I'm only gonna pull that off so many times, though. Okay, good thing to note. If I die again, that's gonna be my last life. I get an instant full power. I need to keep that in mind. And I will. This is like a mimic of her other attack before, just a bit harder this time. Yeah, I know when to bomb, because I know I have to use everything, so I'm going to be really safe here. My nerve's on fire, I'm bombing if I even feel the slightest bit of danger, like right there. And I know I can do that safely, because this fight's almost done. But maybe that wasn't good, because now you know the rule. We're at piss boy power, real piss baby power. We ain't doing shit. But here's the secret Jed tech. If you bomb here, which I'm probably gonna do in a bit. I survived for a pretty decent while here though. Yeah, that's fine. The orbs are gonna take a while because I have to bounce to get to you, which is good. Unfortunately, I'm at, guess what, 0 power, so shit. That's not gonna pay off. Luckily, I survived actually a pretty long time, where I'm able to end the stage right here, and now we're on her last attack. Pretty nerve-wracking because I can't get hit again, but here we go. She's gonna be pulling you in, and you just gotta stay, like, right now I'm not moving forward, she's making me. And she's hitting you from bullets from behind you and in front of you. Now the main strat is to let yourself be pulled forwards towards the gaps in her forward bolts that are coming at your head. So you don't think about those. And use a bomb if you have to. Using a bomb whenever I feel uncomfortable. And it was really close. I have one bomb left to spare, to spend it so that I make sure I don't get hit by anything, by any chance. And we will get that 1cc hard, Subterranean Animism, with no resources left. But it don't matter if you win by an inch or a mile, baby. Let's go. Now I'm just going to go ahead and skip ahead into the results screen. So here's my score. Put that in the replays, and we're all done. So thanks for watching, and yeah, that's about it. I've got other Touhou content on my channel if you want to watch it. It's kind of scuffed, but if you want to subscribe for future uploads, I'm doing better now. With like webcam quality and such. So yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.